Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to win 90% of your Bedwars games. So, I'm going to show you the best strategy here. Sadly, we actually don't have a guy next to us, so we won't be able to be contested. But yeah, I'm going to show y'all the best strategy to win every Bedwars game if you're trying to go for a high win streak or just get a bunch of wins. So right off the start, you want to push straight to the diamond gen, and then obviously if he pushes, you'll have to fight him or whatever. But you want to upgrade gen and get shears right off the bat. So upgrade your gen as fast as you can, and you want to get 5 gold, and it'll either be 5 or 10 iron ingots. You're gonna come in here, just get a sword and blocks, right? Put a small bed defense on here, so it kind of keeps people from pushing your base, and then just push straight to middle here, because what you want to do is you want to get M's and you want to get a diamond sword, because diamond swords are really broken, and it works out perfectly as long as nobody else pushes middle that you have to contest. By the time, if you're good at bridging and everything and you get pushed to the diamond gen and get your diamonds and upgrade your gen and do what you needed to do, there'll be 2 emeralds on all of it, which would be perfect for like a diamond sword. And then if you just want to save for something else like nether pearl or something like that. But no one would expect you to have a diamond sword this close in the game. Like, I can 3-tap kids and they don't even know what happens. So then by the time you get pushed back, you'll have around 20 gold, and you're just gonna want to wait so you can get iron armor, because we don't want to take any chances of dying. So just keep pushing back to your diamond gen, getting diamonds so you can get, pickaxe, axe, etc. And then you start pushing teams. And looking like this kid's pushing us here. But the reason why you push teams as soon as you get that loot is because you want to get armor. And then as soon as you push, 90% of the other people aren't going to have a diamond sword, let alone have armor. So if you push them while you can 3-tap them without armor, and on top of that you have armor, then it's basically just an easy win. So I would say you would push normally the team to your left if you have this team eliminated, but this kid keeps pushing, so it's looking like we're gonna get him out of the game, which we got him there. So yeah, we're gonna push around. He does have deep slate, but once again, because we played the way we did, we got a pickaxe right off the bat, and we'll be able to get deep slate beds. So we need to get off that. Oh wow, what is that combo right there? What the heck? That was a good angle. Okay, we're gonna give it a second. I think we can still beat him if we trade here, since I have a diamond sword. But it's looking like he's getting more hits off. Oh, I got hit too far. But it's okay, since we have spare swords in the chest here, we can basically instantly regenerate. But if you don't end up messing it up like I did right there, then you'll be basically in the clear to just keep pushing every team and get everybody eliminated. It's looking like he pushed middle, so we're gonna throw all that in there. Grab that. He doesn't have a diamond sword, so he is gonna chest everything. That's fine, as long as we get him out right here, or at least get the bed, and then we'll push here so we can't get his loot. And we don't want to push him back to our base, so that's why we're pushing back this way. It is looking like someone else is at our base though. Wow, we got mid pushed by Magenta. That's actually crazy. Well, we're gonna go back. I'd say this kid probably has a diamond sword, so we gotta hope we don't die to this kid here. Yeah, I'd say he has a diamond sword. That's not good. We're gonna push this way. Since he got a regenerator, we're just gonna want to get a bow and arrows here. That's always a good backup plan. If anyone gets a diamond sword or diamond armor or whatever, just try to get a bow, because the bow is what's really gonna save you from being able to win that game. But it's looking like we got lucky getting them off the bridge here. So alright, so here we are. We got the bow, iron sword, and since we had those extra M's, we can now buy something that we need to buy. That way we can win the game. So you always just keep those extras in there, just in case once again your bed gets broke or just any scenario like that, you always have emergency M's to where if you need to buy an ender pearl to get away or whatever it may be. So since we got all that good stuff right off the bat, as you can see, this kid only has chain. He may have some like other things like a snowball or something like that, but we should be fine because once again we got a bow here. Give him a little 1-2 combo, you know. Nah, we're not running, not today, buddy. GG. And then headed straight into the second game here. Another thing that can really help you if you're on keyboard and mouse or controller, you go in your inventory and put your crosshair or whatever it may be, your cursor, into your chest plate slot right here. So whenever I get into this guy right here, I'm gonna go in. Look, my crosshair's already over the wool, so you'll just move it a little bit. That way it registers that it's there. And then you can just insta buy your blocks, so you don't have to like find your cursor on the screen and try to drag it all the way over to the wool. It doesn't really matter on mobile because you just tap it on mobile and you know it's just fast. But just leave your crosshair covered right there because 90% of the time you're going to want to buy wool. So just always kind of leave your crosshair right here in your inventory. And that's just a nice little thing that not a lot of people know, but it is very cheeky to know because it just gives you that head start compared to all the other players. Even if they're really good players, you're still gonna get the head start on it no matter what, because like you're not gonna find your crosshair and get all the way to the wool and do all that before someone like me that already has my crosshair there. So it's looking like they're gonna fight here. Okay, well, we actually got a free sword out of that, so we're gonna push this way so we can get red out of here. Yeah, we got red. And then we got a... Yeah, this kid actually didn't even buy a sword, so... I want his iron here. Yeah, there we go. So it was risky of me to push middle without getting gray eliminated yet. But from how he just moved and played, I knew that he wasn't gonna push me there. So you also got to pay attention to that stuff, like scope your opponents out before you get into the game, because some of them could be, you know, really bad or just mediocre or whatever the situation may be. I did not mean to buy an iron sword right there. But always just pay attention to that. That way you're always prepared for that opponent and how good they are. So you never want to be caught by surprise, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always to know what you're in for whenever it comes to that. Now, I did not warm up, so that's why I'm not going very fast with the icy bridge. I do not want to mess it up. Thank God this kid didn't have a sword. We should be able to get it broke right here. Yeah, they're gonna... Oh, no, I thought they were gonna jump off right there. That's cool. Oh, they were gonna jump off. They just went to the other side. Okay. Yeah, and then if you ever have any extra gold and you don't have to buy a bow, just buy gaps. Because gaps are going to be really helpful for if you get contested by other teams, or since you're going on like a killing rampage and just going for all the teams, you're gonna want gaps. So okay, it's looking like this kid's gonna push, but we have iron armor and a diamond sword, so he's not gonna get past us here, which is fine. We did get enough for a pickaxe. I did not get a pickaxe off the start of the game, but you know, you just have to, once you've done this strat enough, you can kind of just judge on if you're gonna need to buy you know, the pickaxe or whatever it may be. But if you're pushing all the way around, you're gonna collect enough diamonds from the other 2 diamond gens, unless you fail your bridge. So definitely, if you want this strat to work 100%, I would definitely try to get on Zekwa. I think the IG or the IP or whatever is like Zekwa.net, and I would definitely play their bridging practice maps, because you can practice diagonal bridging and all that on there, and get your icy bridge down. So I would definitely recommend that, because the icy bridge is really helpful and can get you out of some sticky situations. So definitely recommend that, just to make the push better to be able to win the game. All right, so it's looking like he did get iron armor, but now he doesn't know we have a bow. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come behind here just to 100% get the win. We're gonna pre-gap and have the bow to get a combo, and it's basically a win here. Yeah, we got the snipe. Let's go. So once again, before the iron gets done, you just put your crosshair. Look, insta buy. Look, that guy's still in his shop trying to buy blocks, and look, I'm already at the dimension. So obviously, if they're semi-decent or anywhere around my skill level, they are going to be pretty fast at buying wool. So you're only going to beat them by like probably a second and a half if they're as good as me. But that is still a second and a half lead that you're going to get to the diamond gen. And I'll show you another strat if you are versing a demon. Once again, if you scope your opponents out at the next base and you tell he's good, if you get that 1 second start, if this kid didn't buy a sword here, hopefully. Yeah, we're going to get him off the map real quick. Oh, he gave us a diamond. If he is a demon, you can come in here and it can either be this post or whatever the situation may be, and get under a header. And you can basically, because if he runs up, you get a combo because you're on a header. Oh, he just fell. But you get under a header, that way you know that you're not going to take knockback. So if you think they're better than you, or whatever the situation may be, just get under a header if you beat it there, because you're gonna beat them by, you know, that second or 2 seconds, depending on how long it takes them. And then you may get cocky and you may want to push that next team. But if you really are going for a higher win rate or whatever it may be, a win streak, don't do it. Just push back to middle and do, you know, keep with the strat. Because if you mess up, then you're going to lose that game. And then, well, you're going to take your KD down. So it's looking like oh, I almost lost that. So as you can see, I now have 11 emeralds, but it was contested because I had a kid next to me right here. So it all just plans out on if you have a kid next to you or how good he is or all that. So then once again, we get pushed back. We can get iron armor. So iron armor, diamond sword. And always, just a tip, if you want to be better at the game, leave your inventory unclustered, please. Like, have your signature slots for all your stuff in where you put it, so you know. Like, you know exactly what E you have to press to get to each item without being like having a brain fart, you know what I'm saying? It's just always better that way. So since I know, oh, we need Tinkle to upgrade, and you can do this, you don't have to. I kind of just do it just cuz, especially if I have any missions to upgrade Jin or whatever. But it's always nice to have that backup just in case a kid with a diamond armor comes along and you need like tons of gold for arrows or, you know, whatever the situation may be. It's always nice to have a max upgraded Jin. But like, once you get to this strat, you don't need to just gobble up all the loot. Like right now, just toss the 7 blocks. Like, you're not going to use 7 blocks, you know. You already got the diamond sword. You got your shears. You'll get a pickaxe right here. So once you get to this strat, and like I said, you get good enough at it, after you kill people, you'll just, you know, buy a couple blocks and then push to the next. So it's all just how much you do it and how good you get at it and can judge the people. And yeah, like here, I can see this kid's pushing away. So I'm going to use an ender pearl. Oh my god. Okay, well, don't do what I just did and almost fall off the map. Yeah, definitely don't do that. And always, whatever your main block slot is, like this one, I press my V hotkey to get to this one, and then I have to press 3 to get to this one. But V is my main one. So always, if you buy more blocks, put the bigger stack of blocks in your main block thing. Because if you have to block clutch or bridging or whatever it may be, since you're doing this really fast pace, you want to do it and get through it as fast as you possibly can. So I was trying to stop him there, but I failed. But we should have this kid because we got the diamond sword. Yeah, I mean, it's just not even a challenge whenever you have a diamond sword. And it is kind of a scummy way to get on a win streak. But, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so once again, we're gonna do it for this whole game. Right off the start, crosshair. Boom, right there. Then, while we're waiting, keep count while you're hearing it. We got this kid. See, he doesn't look that good. He's already not on his generator. He's not prepared. So I know I'm going to beat him to the dimension. So we run, spam click, boom, got your blocks. We're going to push straight to the dimension here. Kind of messed up my icy bridge right there. And do not mess up the bridge. Yeah, see, like you see him messing up. Like now he's not going to have enough blocks to get here. See, look. He's out of blocks. So now you just push back. I obviously wasted that time to show you, and he actually just backed out. So you just upgrade Jin, and we're actually gonna wait. And another thing is you don't really need a sword when you're pushing this way. So I'm just gonna buy all blocks, and the reason why is because all the not so good players are not going to push middle, and even if they do, they're not gonna get there as fast as you are, especially if you're semi-decent and can bridge. So the only people that you'd be contested by are sweats, and 90% of the time sweats don't buy swords in this beginning of the game, especially if they're pushing middle, because once again the best strat is diamond swords. So why waste 5 iron to get a sword instead of blocks whenever you're gonna go back and buy a different sword anyways. So, and another tip that's gonna help you win more games is always put spare swords in your ender chest. Do not ever waste them, okay? Because you never know whenever you're gonna get pushed by a diamond armor kid or a sweat that's gonna kill you but not have a pickaxe to get your deep slate, or whatever the situation may be. And it's always nice, or like if you got spare iron, just buy one. Like I already got a diamond sword, a pickaxe, shears. I got more than enough blocks. I can get an ender pearl if I have to, and I'm getting iron armor. So like I could either buy a stone sword and put in the chest to maybe save my life if I get put in a situation where I need a sword, or I could have just bought 16 more blocks and then, you know, I die and lose them anyways. So like this kid looks semi-decent. We're gonna do this. We're gonna bait him because he's gonna think we're too busy looking at the bed defense when we weren't. We actually just did that as a bait. So now we know, since that kid pushed us, we know we now have to push yellow because yellow wants us dead. He knows what loot we have now, so he knows we have a diamond sword, iron armor, you know, stuff like that. So if you ever get pushed by a team or you're fighting them at middle, just push that team first because they know what loot you have, and they're not going to want you in the game. So this kid's playing a little bit weird. I didn't hit him right there. It's crazy. Oh, he's got the down angle. That's not good. No. Okay, I failed that. That's okay. See, those are the scenarios you don't want to get caught in right there, is them getting that cheeky hit on you. So that was kind of unfortunate. I did not play that very well. So once again, we're just gonna buy a gap. So unless we know we are gonna need a bow, just buy gaps, because now to get 100% elimination on this kid, we can just pre-gap. So that's gonna give us 2 extra hearts, and it's gonna give us faster regeneration than they have. So he's probably gonna get a diamond sword here, so this is kind of a sucky situation. I should not have lost that fight right there. I don't know what I was doing, but that's fine. Sometimes that happens, you know. See, like now we know this kid has a bow. See, but he didn't buy a diamond sword. So if we win this fight here, which oh wow, he actually lived that. See, and since I hard pushed here because I don't want him to get away with that bow and all that loot, so I decided to push him there, which he may have stuff in the chest. It's looking like he does. See, that's what I'm saying. All semi-decent people will have something in the chest, if it's loot, a sword, or whatever it may be. So you got to be prepared for that. Like literally listen for the ender chest sound, because if you hear it. Okay, see, now he's just gonna aggro push, which he may get me here. Maybe. Nope. Okay, see, we got the block clutch, which is good. And get that kill. So now we know he has no loot in the ender chest, because... And if he does... Oh, well, he's got enough for a sword. I don't know what he's doing. He's not paying attention, though. Oh, no, he got hit into there. I was hoping to get behind him. We're going to stay on the downwards angle here to get the reach. And we got him there. So that was a pretty contested fight there. You just got to play it very smart, and you got to try to stay calm. Because as soon as you aren't calm, you're going to start panicking, and that's whenever you're going to start missing your hits and stuff. which it will be hard to not panic, obviously, especially if you don't play a lot. But the more you play and the more you get in those scenarios, the better you'll react to them. So we may have lost our diamond sword, but now we know we probably got the sweat out of the lobby here because we weren't contested by anybody else and nobody went from my bed. And if there were demons in the game, they probably would have pushed my bed while I was distracted. But nobody did, so... Like, this kid's gonna pre-gap, so we're not gonna hard push. He's got a diamond sword. See, so we're just gonna play it safe. And always, if you can, enter the fight with throwing a block down like what I did right there. Because if you get it to where it's in front of them and they hit it and just run into it, then it's gonna break their sprint and it's gonna give you the reach advantage because you're sprinting and they're walking. So if you can do that and get good at it, it's definitely something to get good at. So as you saw, I'm not going to keep it in the video, but as you can see, I bought a bow. I got 12 arrows, so it was like 2 things of arrows or whatever, because I got his loot from his gen and whatever gold that he had. And just to 100% secure this win, I just bought a bow because I had the extra loot. Like, I don't really need a gap because I know this kid's not going to be the best. So buying a bow, you're better off. So I'm going to ender pearl behind him here, and we're going to get him knocked back. See, so he's gonna panic and run the other way. When he pushes back, you just hit him back, go for his bed. And I mean, you can block in these scenarios if you want, but if they're like not the best, you don't really need to block in, which I probably will right here since he spawns right behind me. We're gonna break this. See, this is when having shears comes in handy because you can get through all this wool faster than he can. But we lost my shears, so. See, but like in these scenarios, this is where a bow comes in handy. So now he can't run across this bridge because, well, I'll just shoot him like that. But yeah. So guys, right before the game starts here, we're going to start this really fast. We're just going to put my crosshair right there. I guess it won't matter. If we scroll up here, because I have my chat muted when I record, I said I had 1,300 subs if anyone wanted to search me up. And this guy was trash-talking me, saying that wasn't that much and whatever. And then he started hack using me. By the way, that kid that I fought right there is level 91. Which is absurd. So that kid that we had that sweaty fight with, he was level 91. So that just goes to show I'm literally only level 74. And I just doo-dooed on at level 91 without any warm-ups. So it's not only just about how much somebody plays, but just their strategy and everything. It just adds on to it. So definitely consider doing the strat, but I'll show you here. Bro is using reach. The level 91 said wow, so. And then this person here, if you tune into the video, leave a comment. But I've been in a game with them a couple times now in a row, and I told them they'd be in the video, so. See, like this kid, you can tell he's not very good because he's over here bridging all the way over there to get to the diamond gens. So if he has a sword here, don't be scared. These are the fights that you want to take because you're going to get better and you're going to learn that since they have a sword, you can't be hit, and it's going to just put your mind in a mindset that you have to do good here because they have a sword, and it kind of puts your brain under pressure and allows you to play better. So don't wuss away from those fights and go all the way back to your base just to buy your sword whenever you could literally beat him in a fight and he probably won't even hit you. This kid, like, this is a bad spot to fight a sword kid because I'm in a confined area, and since I'm low here, we're gonna try to get him out towards the bridge and see. Well, we got kind of lucky there because I dropped right in front of him, but yeah, never try to fist fight someone in a confined area when they have a sword. I mean, you can definitely win it, but you're gonna have to be pretty dang good. And then all your extra resources, I won't normally when I'm recording, but always put them in your chest, because if you're gonna be side rushing, you're having that extra resource in the chest is gonna help you out a lot if you run out of blocks. And since you accumulated, you know, 2 from one base and then 3 from the other, and you can get 16 more blocks, it's gonna help you out. So, okay, I think this kid's pushing me. Oh no, he's not pushing me. He was actually just the team next to me. Okay. Well, we're gonna push back to our base and get iron armor, and we're gonna buy a pickaxe. We cannot get the diamond sword. See, like right there, I got cocky and I just pushed straight to the next base. But I knew that that kid wasn't that good and I could just get him out real quick. So that's what I decided to do. But, you know, if you're trying this challenge out for the first time or whatever, just stick with the strategy and get it down, because you're going to win a lot of your games that way. Like, I have not... Oh, I almost just fell off. I have not edited out a single game I've lost. This is all just raw gameplay. I mean, I'm obviously going to edit it, but like there's... Well, he just aggro pearled. See, that's exactly why you don't want to be beat to middle, because people are going to get the diamond swords and ender pearls. He may... No, he doesn't have a fireball here. So, like right here, a lot of people want to chase, but don't even chase that. Like, he's got better loot than you. You may be a lot better, but he's obviously semi-decent if he's aggro pearling and stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the bow and arrow, because, once again, not only can it give us combos, but it also does a good amount of damage. And then since we don't have enough diamonds here, we'll just go get a diamond sword. So like I said, like scenarios like that, since I didn't push to middle right off the bat and contest that guy, he has now got better loot than I do. And now it's a whole hassle where I'm going to have to spend more time getting better loot to for sure be able to beat this kid. So that's what I'm saying. Whenever you branch off of the way to win and how I showed you guys, unless you're like pretty decent at the game like me, which I still have trouble, is you get stuck in situations like this where now I have to get a bow, I have to get a diamond sword, and sure, I don't have to, but if I want to be 100% winning and going on a win streak, like, you're gonna take the extra precaution to get the loot and stuff that you need, you know what I'm saying? So like 4 blocks, just toss them. Like, you don't need 4 blocks. All they are is a cluster in your inventory. Like, if you're in a scenario where you're having to switch to your inventory or you're on the run or whatever, you're not going to want to just a bunch of random stuff like 3 gold and 7 iron and a couple blocks or 1 arrow. I mean, the 1 arrow obviously safe, but just keep your inventory clean. Like, I don't put my blocks in any other hotbar except the 2 that I use. Same with my ender pearls, pickaxe, bow. Like, you put them all in the same thing, period, every time. So we got some bow shots off of him, and this is the kid that wanted to be in the video as I'm spinning circles. I don't know what I'm doing. So like right here, just get rid of all of it. Like, they may be a stack of blocks right there I could use, but I already have my 2 stacks of blocks, and I'm not going to cluster my inventory with more blocks that I won't even think to use because they're in the wrong hotbars. So, okay, I was hoping to get a better angle on him right there, but I didn't. We should have him here. Yep. So here we are. Shears. Boom. And since we had the shears there, I was able to push up here and get their iron before they could, because I could break it so fast. So GG Bliss, if you tune into the video, thank you. I appreciate it. And good fight. Okay, so now we got magenta. We both don't have our bed, which is a good thing. So we check how many arrows we got. We still got 18, which is more than enough. So we know that we have enough arrows to... You always want to have like 5. Don't... Once you get down to like 5 arrows, do not waste them just spamming to hopefully hit a shot. Use them to get combos. Or like in this scenario, see? So now he's on the run. So he's probably panicking. So get another bow shot here. And he panicked, and see, and voila, there's 5 wins in a row, and it wasn't even that bad. But that is where we're gonna end the video. I think we got some pretty good gameplays there, and I'll lose more games when I'm trying to make other videos, but that's because I'm not necessarily going for the win. I'm going to get a lot of fights and bridges and like cool moments. That way it makes the video more interesting. But like, if I wanted to, I could probably go on a pretty good win streak and get my KD up. But I think we can actually look to see what my KD is, or my win rate, which I don't think it's that high. So we'll go to like friends. Of course, Turf High is up there in the top. And look at me. Yeah, over the last this month, I've gotten only 66 wins, but I've played 118 games. So I've lost more than half of them, or about equal, I guess. So I get a lot of kills and final kills, but I don't get very many deaths. So I just lose a lot of games because I play very risky, and I just do it to make my videos more interesting, which I guess I could switch it up because, you know, getting the win always is better than losing. But yeah, that's the strat. So you just want to instantly upgrade Jin and get shears, eliminate the team next to you, get the diamond sword, and then just start pushing to your left. And by the time you get back from middle, you will like have around 20ish gold, and just spend that time waiting and getting iron armor before you push. And while you get the couple more gold ingots, go collect the diamonds to like get your pickaxe, or save it for if you die and you can buy another pickaxe or whatever it may be. But if you did find this helpful and you did like my tricks, like putting your crosshair right here to insta buy blocks, just let me know down in the comments if it helped you out or if you're gonna try it. And I hope it works out for you guys as well as it did for me. But I'll get out of here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.